Hey guys, it's Doug here, coming to you with yet another video helping transform you from pawn to player in this game we call life. In today's one, guys, I'm going to be discussing one of the main and most important tenets of transitioning from 3D to 5D living. Guys, stop me if you've heard this one before. You have to work incredibly hard to accomplish anything. You have to struggle and persist and consistently grind away at absolutely anything you want to get done. And all this overwork, just get stressed out, but just keep going because that's the way it is, right? Now, we've all heard these things. We all know somebody who's basically always working and has no time for what they actually enjoy, and they're caught in this vicious cycle where they're simply working nonstop to just sustain the life that they already have, and they're not growing or expanding outward in any way. Guys, that's 3D. That's the work ethic, stressed to the max lifestyle that unfortunately a majority of this planet is just accustomed to, and honestly doesn't necessarily even know any different. Doesn't know that there is a 5D flowing miracle mindset and lifestyle that can be adopted and can make life so much easier and more enjoyable for everybody around you. Guys, as starseeds, as light workers, and if you're watching a video like this, you're going to fall into at least one of those, if not both of those, if you're an empath, starseed, light worker, whatever you want to say, all that kind of, all these groups of people, whatever you want to refer to us as, whatever you want to refer to yourself as, we're here to lead the charge, to show humanity that there is a better way of doing it. And that is, of course, the 5D flowing miracle mindset and way of doing things. So rather than working to the bone until you're exhausted, stressed out, and have no time for anything you want to do, to not even just sit down and relax with family, friends, or pets, or whatever, you can accomplish even more, not just everything you could have with the 3D work ethic, but even more, simply by understanding that the universe is there to propel your efforts, propel your actions, and together along with your emotions and your, heart desires, true, pure heart desires, what you came into this incarnation to see, do, accomplish, feel. Together with all these elements, you can go so much farther and do so much more than you ever could just grinding it out 8 hours minimum every day, at least 5 days a week, like a traditional work schedule. At least here in the U.S., that's just how we're raised, right? You put your nose to the grindstone and you never stop until you're dead, basically. And I think we can all agree that that's just not a great way of living. And certainly I know as I came into this incarnation, that just never sat right with me. And as I remember more and more past lives, tap into more and more 5D and higher frequencies and energies, it just becomes less and less real, less and less sustainable, because it's just not sustainable, right? Everybody, just crashes out and burns eventually with that system. Some people love the work and grind, and that's awesome. And in fact, everybody has that capacity. I think on the flip side of all this, we've all had a project we're insanely passionate about, and we've been willing to pour every last minute and second into it because, we really believe in what it is. We're having fun doing it. However, that's a totally normal and different thing because that's something your heart's really propelling you to do. Whereas if you're just grinding away because you don't know any better, it's a completely different story. Now guys, the transition from 3D to 5D is initiated by us way shower, light worker, whatever you want to call us. We're here to bring that lifestyle out to humanity. So this is a call to all light workers, empaths, etc. to really stop subscribing to these 3D notions of stressful, endless work and really start tapping into the flowing abundance that is you at your very core. This is something that we just kind of do naturally, especially as the ascension accelerates and moves up. But the thing you really have to work on is shedding the 3D mindset, because it's very easy to consciously say, oh yeah, of course, I mean, I don't want to work 12 hours a day, that's terrible. However, you have to consider that throughout all our childhoods and even now, this constantly got reinforced. And if you go to a traditional workplace, you talk to someone who's really stressed out, it's reinforced even now that work never ends and it's constantly a stressful endeavor. So you have to really go deep within and clear these old energies and bring on new things, because all this stuff about you have to work really hard are actually affirmations that are harming you. So try replacing it with affirmations that are actually going to benefit you, the 5D affirmations. You can make up your own, but anything along the lines of, everything I want to do, I accomplish easily. Everything I do, all the work I do, goes a long way towards furthering my purpose. I easily accomplish my mission here on Earth. These types of affirmations are really going to help dissolve and then replace all these older 3D emotions. Really, that's yesterday's news, guys. Now we're moving into 5D, and it all starts with us bringing it in, right? So rather than sitting there constantly working, hoping things are going to change, start by going within and changing what you believe work is, what you believe accomplishing things requires. Because doing that is going to just completely shift the energy around you. Everything you do is going to be 10 times, 100 times, even 1,000 times more impactful than it is now. Because if you just keep affirming that you need hard work, you need to constantly stress and grind, then what you're really affirming is that your efforts are not that impactful. Whereas if rather than working hard, you're working smarter, you're working more from the heart, your actions are powerful. Every step you take is going a long way. And that shifts everything. And the universe will respond. It has to respond to how you change this, thought process, this mindset. So simply changing this, the universe is going to have to mold around you all these new beliefs. And it takes a bit of time because there is all this momentum going the other way, right? We've been immersed in this constant work stress for so long that you really have to just let it go and build up the momentum. Your ego is going to want to stop you, We all have, we all know people, maybe, some of you guys are even like this, where let's say you finally do, for whatever reason, there's a lapse in that vicious cycle of work, stress, you have an hour to relax, and some people just can't sit still, they can't just relax, engross themselves in nature, read a book, watch YouTube, whatever it is, to relax for an hour. Some people just can't relax. And relaxing is so important. It's how we recharge our batteries, It's how we become more effective. Because if you're fully charged, if you think of yourself as like a battery on your phone or your laptop or whatever, as that battery goes down, you start to notice the technology runs slower. And that, of course, is true with you as well. If you're just always exhausted and stressed out, you're not performing your best work. How could you possibly even be performing at your best if you're just kind of, going through the motions like a zombie? So, guys, essentially, once this momentum starts to shift and reverse in the other way, you're going to really start to feel those effects. However, there is that initial period where you might not notice too much different. And that's okay and that's normal, because you have to consider just how long you've been in that other paradigm. So shifting a paradigm, yes, you can do it overnight, but the actual results might come a bit slower than that. And that's good, actually, in terms of the reality we're currently in, the game we're currently playing. Because if stuff shifted too quickly, every negative thought you have would just instantly manifest disaster. I'm sure we've all, been angry and wanted someone to die. And then, if stuff instantly transpired after we thought it, we'd have a lot more dead people for no reason. And that's more of an extreme example, but I'm sure we've all had that, kind of thought process. We've all had our patience tested, and frustrations have risen in all of us. I mean, that's kind of what we signed up for, though. And it's all to be learned from. It's all to expand our own awareness and remember who we truly are. So, guys, if you don't see results immediately as you start shifting your focus, keep at it. That ego's going to try to stop you. Just silence it. Keep going. Keep, being relaxed. And at the very least, have some you time or me time, whatever, from your perspective, at least once per day. Even if all you can spare is 15 minutes at first, you're really going to start to notice a big change, and eventually it'll be even easier to, just sit down and relax, check in with yourself, check in with your body, and this whole thing is going to make life better for you, everyone you know, everyone around you, and collectively the entire planet as a whole. Gaia thanks you, your higher self thanks you, Source thanks you, your entire team in spirit thanks you for taking this time recharging. So don't feel guilty that you're not constantly working and producing. You need to relax. You need to calm down and recharge so that when you are doing stuff, it's as effective as it can possibly be. Anyway, guys, that's about it for me. Really so appreciative of all the new subscribers, everyone coming in. It's been a joy. It's been a treat. Please comment down below what you think of this. Have you been transitioning to 5D smoothly? Are there any things that, hey, this has really helped me out? Or maybe you're struggling with some things and you want a video about a certain topic. All these things are excellent things to leave in the comment section down below. I take a look at all that stuff, try to reply to just about all of it, and who knows, you might have this comment sparks an idea in me, and bam, I have a whole new video idea, and you get something answered, and the whole community improves and grows from it as well. Because if you're thinking about something, if you have a question, undoubtedly other people also have that question or concern, and it benefits everyone when you participate down below. You can also check out my website, dougfaulkner.com, if you're interested in getting energy transfer resets, Akashic record readings, the whole 9 yards, guys. These things are very powerful tools. It's going to make transitioning into 5D so much easier. It's going to let you, really have this joy that a lot of people don't necessarily feel that they can have, but everyone can have it. It's your birthright. It's everyone's birthright. And I just love being able to share information and healing with all of you. Anyway, guys, take it easy. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And until next time, have fun out there.